So welcome back to Pez Podcast. On today's episode, I have Karina Goetter and Sofia Goetter, both Mid-Valley athletes on the girls soccer side of things. How you guys doing today?
I'm good.
I'm really good.
How today's practice go?
It was pretty light considering we had a game yesterday, so we just did some stretching and then just like passing patterns.
Yeah.
So.
No opinion.
No.
You guys are the first twins on the podcast, so congratulations to that.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah. So after a tough loss last night, how are you guys kind of preparing and getting ready for Scranton Prep tomorrow?
Just really focusing on what we could have done better in that game and just shifting it towards our next. Just a lot, like we have to organize better, so we're just focusing on that, our organization.
Yeah, I don't think it's that we did bad. I don't think the scoreboard reflected how we played. I just think we need to work on like a few things, but we should be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now, as a team, how are you guys really going forward? How are you guys looking like schedule wise?
Our league is definitely going to be a lot tougher this year because we went from Division 3 to Division 1, and we're playing like big schools. Like I said to someone today that we don't have enough for a JV team, and like all these schools we're playing like have like an army on the sideline. So it's just like they have more of a selection, but I think we're ready for it, and I think we're going to like get a good result.
Yeah, and it's definitely a lot on our bodies because we have games like we haven't had any cancellations yet, but we play Mondays and Wednesdays, and then we do have like the rest of the week and then again till Monday to rest, but it's still a lot for like having like a tough game Monday because again the competition's harder. So tough game Monday, rest Tuesday, and then another tough game Wednesday. But we trained really hard and have done a lot in the off season, so we're ready.
Now, do you guys think it's going to be more difficult when district times come and you don't really see the schools as much?
I think we'll actually be better prepared for districts this year because last year when we were playing just like not the top tier teams, it was like 10-0 every game. So then when we played a game where it was only like 1-1 or 1-0, we weren't really ready, but this year we're definitely prepared.
Yeah.
I just think because of like the recovery time with the bigger games, I think that's what's going to help us most.
Now,
Yeah.
do you guys what's the main goal for this year? District title,
Yeah.
running states, that's kind of this.
Yeah, I would say so because the past 2 years we made it to the first round?
Semis.
The semifinals of the semifinals of districts, and then we fell short.
Absolutely. That's a great I think in all sports, all around, I think all of our sports are really doing good and
Yeah.
have great shots at district
And that's the
titles.
ultimate goal too.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, especially as a school. So now, how old were you guys when you started playing soccer?
I think I was like 4. I know Sophia.
No, I think we both started at 4, and then I quit
took a
like a
break.
year off because I didn't like it, and I just like watched on the sidelines, and then it was probably like a year after that I started again. So I think 4 we started.
Oh, that's awesome. Now, do you guys ever when you need work, do you guys ever just you two go and shoot
Yeah,
around and
all
stuff?
the time. And I think our dad he what's it called? He coaches goalkeepers or trains them, so I think we always go to the field with him, so I think we always get extra touches that way.
Yeah, and definitely over the summer. It's super busy because we do have high school trainings already, but we'll go to the park sometimes and just like work on shooting or just controlling the ball. And then like she said, if my dad would need us, we'll shoot on his keeper. So we are always training with one another.
Yeah. Now, how does your schedule are you guys always training year round? How's that kind of work?
Yeah, from I guess starting with the beginning of the year. So from January to June, we're in our club season and we train 3 days a week and then have games. And then probably more towards the end of June if we make playoffs. It's not till July that we'll start high school, and then trainings 3 days a week from July to probably mid-August, and then we'll start the high school season. So then from August to November, we're in high school, and then club will pick up again. So we're basically training, I'd say, just about every day.
Yeah, yeah. Now, do you guys think when you were younger, do you guys think you guys competing so much when you guys were younger? Are you guys very competitive?
Yeah.
Or no?
Yes.
I would say so.
So now, do you think that makes you a better player all around?
I think so because I think the mentality of always winning, I think that comes into play a lot when we're playing. So I would
Yeah.
say so.
I think being competitive really helps because I know I don't like to lose. I love to win.
Mm-hmm.
So, that helps us on the field a lot.
Yeah. Now, are you guys like competitive against each other? You guys
Oh, yeah.
always? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
'Cause-
even if we're like 1v1ing at the park, like it gets intense sometimes.
yeah. I could definitely see that. Because I know like, and they're not even well, like my brother. We always go against each other, like just messing around
Yeah.
because my brother's older. But I'm always like trying to go neck to neck with him. I could
Yeah.
just imagine if I had a twin, like
Yeah.
that'd be very interesting.
Even just things like in the house, like we're just so competitive, like no matter what it is.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. That's awesome, though. I mean, I'm sure it's a big part of what you guys became or are becoming now. Now,
Yeah.
where did your work ethic kind of come from?
I would probably say my dad, because I know he's like super hardworking, just with like everything he does with like work and then all of the extra trainings. And then I think just knowing our potential that we have in the sport just makes us want to work harder and like want to do the extra work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely say both of my parents, because I know they have their full-time job, and then they have, like, I know my dad does extra work, and then they drive us down to Philly
When
for
we're in our club
practice.
season.
Yeah, so I just think like them doing that like motivates me and Sophia to be the best that we can be.
Because
Yeah.
definitely driving that far, we wouldn't want to drive
Yeah.
that far and not want it. and not want to,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Now you guys have to drive down to Philly 3 times a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gets really rough. Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know, like I just don't think I'd be able to sit in a car for that long. I don't know how you do
Yeah.
it.
I mean,
I think we get used to it.
yeah, you
but
definitely get used to it. And I know I have the whole back seat because she normally sits in the front. I sit in the back. So I just I get a pillow or something. I
Yeah.
sleep on my back for like the whole way.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's tougher. Like I think this season or this year we're gonna have 2 late practices, which it's like 8 to 9:30. I think.
Yeah.
So we don't get home till like 12, which sucks. But I mean, I think it prepares us for like college and stuff of just like time management and like helping with our schoolwork and stuff. So I think it's actually beneficial.
Yeah, so now talking a little bit about college. You guys plan on playing college, correct?
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely.
Now are there any like schools that you're really like interested in, or they're kind of always been your dream schools, or?
I think everyone knows that we're like a big Michigan family, but
Big Michigan people, yeah.
yeah, but like I don't know. I mean I don't really like. I'm still very open to like my recruiting process,
And it's still
like,
so early too,
yeah.
so it's like hard to like have a set like
Yeah.
few places.
Yeah.
And I also think that we play different positions, so I feel
Yeah.
as though like you get like way more exposure like during your showcases than I do.
Mhm.
But I think like the season's gonna be like super important for the both of us, and like to show like coaches what we have to offer.
Yeah. Now, do you guys plan on going to like try to go to the same school or different schools?
No, I would say, I mean, that would be cool and it would be like definitely a neat experience, but I just feel like it's not, I mean, it's happened before, but just because we play 2 different positions, it's not rare that the school is going to want like ironically a center back and a center mid at the same time, because she
Yeah.
plays center back and I play center mid. So it would just be really hard to go to
Yeah.
the same school.
I would love to go to school.
Yeah,
with my sister,
I would.
But then I also feel like me personally, I need to go to a different school because I feel like I rely on Sophia for a lot of
Yeah.
like,
It's like you guys do
Yeah.
everything
Yeah,
together.
we do
Yeah.
literally everything together.
Yeah,
so
so
I think I need that. to
Yeah.
go somewhere else.
yeah, so now did you guys play any other sports when you were younger, or?
I did softball. I did it longer than Sophia, but
I quit that early too. I cried every game. I cried every game.
but I don't know when I stopped, but I just
You probably stopped when you were like 11 or 12, I think.
Oh, really?
I feel like you played it late. Maybe she was 9. I don't know. Maybe I'm
Third
so
or fourth
off.
grade.
I don't know. Maybe I'm off. But no, we did dance up until we were like 8. My mom always wanted us to do that, but it's mainly been soccer. We haven't really had an interest for any other sport. And my parents were like, "You guys should try something else." And it's just like, I know 7th grade we did track, and we want to do it again, but it's so hard just with our
Yeah.
schedule and everything. So
Yeah.
I think if we said that if we commit like this season, I think we'll do it.
then we'll
And-
try to do
yeah,
track,
Yeah.
which would be fun because
Yeah.
I do like track.
Yeah. Now, is that like if you could play any other sport, would it be track or would it be like something else?
It would be volleyball for me. I think that's so fun. Like I love doing the volleyball tournament. I feel like volleyball or track.
I don't know. I definitely think track probably. That's probably one. I always said lacrosse, but I feel like I don't have an interest in that at all. I just think it's cool. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what I would want to do if
That's
I did
what-
soccer.
I've always like looked at lacrosse. I'm like, that looks really fun,
Yeah.
but I don't think like it's just too much to pick up. Like,
Yeah, and I mean, I guess it could be similar to football in a way, and like it's really physical, but
Yeah.
it's no. I feel like
nah,
it's kind of similar.
I don't think. I think like the physical aspect of it is like pretty
Yeah,
similar,
that
but
part.
I don't think like
anything else.
else. I think
No.
it's more close to like
Hockey, I would
hockey.
say.
Yeah.
Yeah, hockey or
I think so.
field hockey.
Yeah. Just the physical part.
Yeah, even like baseball. It's kind of like baseball.
Yeah.
Like you're swinging a bat around and everything.
Yeah.
Now, do you guys have all your classes together or no?
Yeah, I think we do.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Except for when we go to next trimester, we have different electives, but
Yeah.
every like core class we have together.
No, do you guys do that? Like, has it always been like that or?
No, I think. Well,
Kinda.
Well, last year we didn't have like the same classes together, and then you didn't like have a lunch, so it got like rearranged.
Oh yeah, my schedule was like completely different from hers, and then I didn't have a fourth period, so I had to go. And then he was like, "Well, we can like use your sister's schedule and like align it up with that." So I was like, it works." So
Yeah.
we
yeah.
basically had every class
And this year,
together.
I think we just picked the same electives, so
Yeah.
I think
We just got lucky,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. So now, do you guys always have like the same opinions on teachers, or like who's your most influential teachers?
I think I have two. I think like teacher-wise, like who like taught the best. I loved Miss Saprosky.
Yeah,
I thought she was
I agree.
a really good math teacher.
Yeah.
But I loved like the three of them, Mr. Bohr, Mr. Abda, and Mr. Rebar.
I agree.
I think Mr. Rebar, like he you know, it's Mr. Rebar, but like
Yeah.
he always like when he was my coach in like ninth grade for soccer, like he always pulled me aside and like encouraged me, because like I know like Sophia gets like you work just as like if not harder to like get all these things, but like he always like he's been motivating me like to keep like going, and like things will happen for me. So.
Yeah.
I agree. I'd probably say those three too. That are like inspiring, because I know Mr. Abda, he's a big sports guy, so like he understands and like he knows like the amount of work we put in and that we drive far for practice, and just like knowing that he like appreciates that's like influential. And then Mr. Bohr has always been like a big advocate for us. Like he was just always I guess proud of like what we accomplished, and that's the same for Rebar because he coached us ninth grade, so he knows like the work that goes into it.
Yeah.
So.
I would also say Mr. Donato and Mr. Parlanti
Oh,
are
yeah.
always, like, they're always, like, when we're doing lifting, like,
Yeah.
they're always so interested in what we're doing.
And they're understanding that, because
yeah.
like some days we come in and we're like, sorry, like we can't do this today. Like we're just so beat up, we're so
Yeah.
sore, and they always get it. So
Yeah.
that's like just a big help, just knowing that they all understand.
Yeah. Now, do you guys also lift, or like do you guys lift a lot or?
Yeah, we try to, because we have our trainer Will down in, I think it's like Pittston. We go to him, and he's like a physical therapist, like trainer guy. He's great. So we go down there as much as we could, and then in our off season for high school, we try to do as much here with lifting.
Yeah. It gets hard, like, when we have to go there and then, like, obviously down to Philly, but I feel like they're really understanding, so, like, it works out.
Yeah. That's awesome. Now, do you guys like what are your personal goals like on the high school level?
I made all-state freshman year and sophomore year, so personal goals, I'd like to try to make it the next 2 years. And then I think for the both of us, that's probably for the both of us. And then we also want to score 100 goals. So.
How close are you guys?
I think I'm at, like, 69 now.
And I think I'm at 71.
Yeah.
I think.
Now, how like I don't really know much about like soccer, so like is that like attainable like this year or?
I'd say by our senior year.
Yeah, I feel like if we were playing in the league, we played, like,
We
last
would,
year,
yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I think it's definitely achievable.
Yeah, it's a little harder now, like, because again, we're in a much tougher and more competitive division, so they're not giving up like 7 goals every game.
Yeah.
So, but I would say next year we could probably.
I also think it's going to be harder for me because I got pushed back
Yeah.
to, like, the deepest player on the field, so it's going to be a little hard to score, but it should be fine.
Yeah. Now, one of you guys, I really wasn't paying attention that well. I saw the end of it, but didn't one of you guys kick it in from the sideline yesterday?
I served in, Sophia, like, had a headache.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
that's what
yeah,
it
and
was.
it didn't count.
Oh, my gosh. I was so mad because she had, like, perfect, like, picture-perfect free kick, and with, like, offsides, if like you're in line with the last defender, you can move when like as soon as the ball is kicked, and that's what I did. Like I swore I did. So she played the ball, and I had a header, and it went like perfectly to the corner, and then they called it back, and I was like, I know I was not offsides,
And
but
then we watched the film, and then the camera didn't move.
yeah,
in
the
time,
camera didn't
so
even
we
move
couldn't
with the
we
ball.
couldn't even
Oh.
tell.
I was like, I am so mad. That's
Yeah.
all I wanted from
Yeah.
the game. That's all I wanted.
That's the worst.
Because I swear, I was like, I said to the ref, I'm like, can you please ask your like sideline guy? And he's like, absolutely not. I was like, no way.
Yeah.
Like, ugh, I'm so mad about that.
Yeah, nah, that's like the worst, especially when it's like you know the play, you
Yes.
remember it
Yeah.
in your head and everything.
Yes, I'm like, I watched her. I
Yeah.
literally watched her. And like a 2-0, because they were up 2-0 at that point. And in soccer, that's like the worst lead because they score another goal, they're up 3-0. But we score another one, it's 2-1, it's closer, and now we're motivated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the fact that they took that back, it's like now we're farther again.
Yeah,
so
yeah. But
it happens.
now, do you guys think like your work, like you guys playing soccer year round and like kind of always having that pressure on you correlates to you like in the classroom?
I definitely think so. I think, like I said before, like time management is like a huge thing with being a student athlete, and like I think me and Sophia purposely chose harder classes this year to prepare for college because I feel as though we weren't really challenged our whole educationally.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think choosing harder classes, which require a lot more work, is going to be like really beneficial. And I think our like competition mentality and like just our mentality to do good is going to help us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would probably say the same, because what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, like we have to pick harder classes this year, and then also senior year because like schools like that we're interested in, like I know they're not gonna settle probably for like the bare minimum.
Yeah,
like they
yeah,
want
yeah.
people who are good on the field and then like just as good, better in the classroom
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
So that's why like focusing like in the classroom like will really help us out.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. Now, you guys having no seniors last year, do you guys think you kind of had to step up into that leadership role, or kind of who stepped up on the team?
I don't know. I really don't feel as though anyone felt the need that's like, oh, it's no seniors. Like, we have to fill that role. Because the way that we do it is, like, seniority isn't really, like everyone's equal because if you're going to lead, you're going to lead.
Yeah.
If you have experience, you have experience. So, like, that's how we see it. So no one felt pressure. No one felt the need that they had to step up. It's kind of like whoever rose to the occasion, like, they did it.
Yeah.
You know?
I definitely think me, you, Jordan, like I think we deserve like
Yeah, I
the
would say
title
so.
of like being a captain, and I think we're captains this year for a reason because I think we do lead the team,
Mhm.
and I think we do like bring people up like
Yeah,
in negative
yeah.
situations.
Yeah. Now, do you guys think not having any seniors last year made you guys a lot closer as a team because you're not
Yes.
losing anybody?
Yeah. Definitely. I would say so because from the start, we're just such like a close bunch of girls. And the fact that we knew we weren't losing anyone, so we still had a whole nother year together, just made us like so much more appreciative that we have another year.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I agree.
yeah. Now, do you guys do a lot of stuff together, like as a team, like team bonding, or?
I think like 10th grade and up, like the people who were on the team last year, I think we're like so close, and I think we did a lot of team bonding. Like I know we have pasta dinners at our house, and I think we just had one the other day. But I think we do team bonding. I think we should do more, but I think we do some.
Yeah,
Yeah, because just with the new freshmen coming up, like just like what she said last year, it was just 10th. What was it? The freshmen or the 10th graders now 11th and 12th.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So like we all have that experience with one another. So I think with the freshmen, like we definitely need to do more team bonding. And like we kind of get a lot of that at practice just because we're always with each other.
Yeah.
But we're a really close bunch of girls. So
Yeah, I think it's definitely like even like the freshman class now, like I've never played with them.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think it's like weird because I don't really like, even though they're only a grade below me, I don't really know
Yeah.
them because I feel like I've always played up, like
Yeah, that's
especially
right.
in football is where like you see like a majority of it because my 6th grade year was COVID,
Mm-hmm.
so I didn't get to play B team or whatever. And then I jumped right up in 7th grade.
did you go right to freshman?
Yeah.
Right? Was it? Yeah.
Yeah, so when I was in 7th grade, I played on the freshman team.
Yeah.
And so, like, I never played with, like, any of these kids. And it's, like, interesting to get to know them because you've never talked to them. Like,
Exactly.
they're complete strangers.
Yeah. And sometimes they show up and it's like, oh, like I didn't even know you were here. And
Yeah.
it's like, look at them, like they're shining out
Yeah,
there. So.
yeah, which is always great to see. it's always great to see like younger kids really go out there and like make a name for themselves,
Yeah.
especially on varsity, which it's like the highest competition level you could get in high school.
Yeah.
And they just go out and kill it, and it's just like always such a great thing.
Definitely.
But I mean, I think that wraps up this episode. Thank you guys very much for coming on.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Okay, I'll see you next time on Pez Podcast.